Okay, Ultimate Hoops Nation, coming to you a little late this week. We're actually coming to you from Woodbury, Saturday Morning League. This is This Week in Rec. My name is Reid Nelson. This is Izzy Elkaffas. 2 weeks from today, we'll be doing the Mustache Classic at Bloomington South. Have you brushed up on your officiating skills yet?
I've been watching some videos, just so I can get the positioning down, because I don't want to be standing in the paint like on an offensive possession or something. So,
which Ultimate Hoops referee will you emulate the most?
Amy Brackenwagon.
She's actually a damn good referee, so she's actually one of my favorites. So, okay, so big news of the week: the Turtles, who I thought I was actually getting ready to write an article about the Turtles being the best team in the country. And I had all these bullet points as to why they were the best team in the country, because Rec is up there with Open, and Open has won the last 4 national championships. And I'm ready to write this article, and then they lose. So they lose the Avengers. You were there, I was not. Take us through that game.
Well, the first 10 minutes, I think 13 minutes, the game was 2-13. Low. I think the Avengers went into a zone. Then they got out of the zone, which was interesting, but it wasn't necessarily their defense. They couldn't make a shot. They scored 2 points in the first 13 minutes. And then they got out of their zone, they went into man. I guess the energy changed a little bit. But all I know is in the second half, Chris and Derek could not miss. They were taking very confident shots. The Turtles started jacking up shots because they felt the pressure of the lead dwindling. And then once it got close, you saw that lack of chemistry there. A lot of feeding into the post, and the Avengers did a good job of doubling and triple teaming Antoine, and then he just couldn't find open guys just based on the ability of them swarming. So the Avengers had a good game plan when they went back into man, and they made their shots. That was the thing. I said they had to catch fire, and they did.
So Adam Kidd and the Klub are 1-4. Awful start to the season. Talk about his GMing and his lack of leadership and ability to put together a winning squad.
Well, if you were there, you saw that the Klub went into a zone against a team led by Mike Wiskus, which makes no sense considering that they're all fast, up and down, put the pressure on, and then they drop into a zone with no full court pressure. It literally makes no sense to me. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I thought they're, just kidding, couple possessions, but they were dead serious. They went into a zone for maybe 15 minutes, and they switched into a man, and by that time it was just too late. It's very suspect.
Now, I think we're going with the 20-team playoff field this season, if I'm mistaken. So we're going to cut out 8 teams. Will the Klub make the playoffs?
Absolutely not.
1-4 right now. You don't see him getting at least 2 more wins?
Well, if Adam keeps GMing like that, maybe, I don't even know. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe like a 1-4 zone they're going to put up next week. I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense, whatever it is.
Okay, Killer Bees, 4-1, and I there was an article yesterday, 10-10. Their 4 wins are against squads with a combined 10-10 record. Is that squad for real? Beating the Nets this week, minus the Samuelsons, I understand.
I like the Bees. I like the goatee guy, Jordan Bird.
Yes, I think so.
Spading's really good. I like Spading's game. They play well together. That's the key. Nobody really does. The problem with the middle pack teams and the bottom tier teams is that they can compete, but they just do the dumbest things. The Killer Bees have kind of eliminated that. They work well together, and they got 2 guys that could fill up the stat sheet, which is nice. They can beat anybody in any given night.
So 1 seed falls with the Turtles, 2 seed falls Guerrillas. Talk about the Guerrillas lost to Showtime on Wednesday night.
It's the same thing that happened against them. It's very nonchalant basketball, expecting to win. It's something that we highlighted at the beginning of the season. In the playoffs, the Guerrillas have shown that they play a little bit harder in the playoffs, but it's just very, off-putting to see a team with so much talent go out there and just play very poor basketball from start to finish. They try to turn it on. We try to turn it on in the last 10 minutes, and it just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's just bad. It's bad basketball to go into a playoff atmosphere with. So I don't expect them to change anytime soon. It's the same personnel that's been out there for 4 seasons. Your best players. The reason why the Rebels and all these other teams strive is their best players bring the energy every night, and everybody else feeds off of that. The Guerrillas got to find somebody to step up and bring the energy, and then everybody else will naturally feed off of that.
Biggest surprise of the first half of the season team is who?
Despite in Bloomington, it's got to be them, just based on those 3 wins. Very good wins. In Fridley, it's the Killer Bees, because they kind of, they had it, but they haven't really put it together, and they've done that this season. I think those are the 2 teams that I would probably highlight as the most surprising, because they haven't been up there. All these other teams, they've at some point in time have been up at the top.
How about players? Surprise players.
Surprise players.
Either good or bad.
Kavarian has been surprisingly bad this season. Really bad shot selection. His shot selection isn't the best to begin with, but most nights he makes his shots. He's not in a rhythm right now. Whatever it is, he struggled against the Blue Horns, which was very surprising. I think he went 4 for 23.
Surprising.
And Adam Kidd.
We had that man on clamps. Where you want to go? Where you want to go? We was Mamba. We was like this. Wherever he went, I was going with him. Cody was going with him. We had my help side, Anthony Thompson, Lamont, Ryan Jansen, had the paint on lock. That man wasn't doing nothing.
That's his cousin, by the way. It's a great family. Those are the guys you want to go into war with, right there. Adam Kidd and Lamont Peoples. Just great guys. Always have your back. Just great guys.
We're on different teams.
Just great guys.
Number 1 team, Blue Horns.
Number 1 team will be the Blue Horns, but it won't last very long because they can't win a playoff game. Because you can't win a playoff game.
All right, everyone. Thank you. We will see you next week. This is This Week in Rec. Reid Nelson, Izzy Elkaffas. Thank you.